Why a brunch pub? Because this neighborhood absolutely seems to want it. People want to eat their eggs all day. They want their breakfast burritos at 4 o'clock in the afternoon. And who can blame them, really? We would love to add the component of a bar as well. So we're currently coming up with all sorts of like Bloody Mary specials that we can have, and like have like a Bloody Mary bar and mimosas and all of that good fun stuff. But then it would also have your traditional pub grub, where we would have burgers and just they're like simple bar food, all with a Growling Rabbit twist, of course. Yeah, when we first opened, and sometimes it's still out there, we like work direct with the farmers markets and do it that way. We don't do as much of that anymore, unfortunately, but we do use seasonal ingredients. So like right now we have a Think Spring scone, where it's apricots, mangoes, almonds, and like our vegan muffin switched from being a cherry almond to being a blueberry one right now. In the fall it was a pumpkin chocolate chip. So we do try to switch things up as far as seasonal as best as possible. In the summer,
yeah.
I don't remember. I'd have to go back to, like, the spring right now is blueberry, lemon blueberry for the muffin, and then the Think Spring scone. Summer, I don't remember what we did for summer. Either we'll come up with something different, just because it's like, hey, I'm kind of in the mood for this, or hey, I've kind of been trying to think about this. Like we've decided lemon lavender is our new favorite thing. So like we're doing lemon lavender bun cakes and that kind of stuff. So that's really great. And in the winter we did a lot with ginger, because who doesn't love ginger in the middle of winter? We're not thinking summer right now. We're not thinking hot. So I don't know what it'll be for the summer. But I can tell you right now, we've got a lot of lemon lavender, which is just so refreshing and wonderful. Strawberry rhubarb is something we've been doing a bit with.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Most popular. Okay, so that breakfast burrito I mentioned is super crazy popular. Chorizo anything. We make our chorizo in-house.
What is that?
Chorizo is the like a spicy Spanish style sausage.
Okay.
That we make in house. Jen, who is our cook chef here, is so incredibly talented. So she does our breakfast sausage, our chorizo sausage. We're going to start doing a carnitas in house, which I'm super crazy excited about. We also, very popular for brunch, for breakfast, is our hangover skillet, where we take bacon, our house-made breakfast sausage, our sausage gravy, only we make it red eye, so we shoot some espresso in there, and then we pile that over potatoes and add eggs any style.
Oh, wow.
It comes with toast, either sourdough or 9-grain, and then our house-made jam. And that's incredibly popular. With that said, our meatloaf is really popular, as is our vegan either breakfast or all day. Depends, you can get it all. You can get this sandwich all day. And it takes tofu with pretzel bagel, and then we put a house-made curry coconut sauce over the top of it. House-made, we make everything in-house. We don't make our bread in-house, but we make all of our baked goods in-house. We make all of our sauces, our jam, our sauce over, like our coconut curry sauce. We make all of our soups from scratch. We make sausages from scratch. We make ketchup from scratch. We make everything from scratch. If we can't make it in the baked good department, we don't have it. So we get asked about croissants all the time. We don't have croissants because I'm not sheeting dough for croissants. So if we can make it in-house, we have it. Well, it's interesting because look at the demographics for Rogers Park. It's the most diverse neighborhood. For a long time, when I pulled demographics when we first opened, it was the most demographically diverse neighborhood in the country. I don't know if it still is, but when you think about that, then that becomes, like, our audience is huge. As far as the age range for the neighborhood, it's kind of like a middle-aged 20, 30, 40, 50 somethings, but then you also have people who literally were born here and are in their 80s and 90s. Like, as far as that's concerned, it's the demographics becomes quite broad. I have a group of people that are retired and they come in every day and they get their cup of coffee. They might get a muffin or a bagel. They're here every single day. And then I have the people that are here every single weekend getting their brunch. But they're like, 20, 30 somethings. I pride ourselves in being able to really balance the needs of both groups equally. I want them to know that this is like their home away from home. I love the fact that every weekend we have somebody that still shows up in their pajamas. Like, it's comfortable. It's home. I want them to know that, with that said, I still want people to know that this is an experience, like a good experience, like I don't want people to not want to bring their mom and dad here when they're like visiting them from, like their Loyola students or Northwestern grad students or DePaul students. Like, I want them to know that they can bring mom and dad here. I want them to be like totally comfortable coming here. So that's, at the end of the day, I want them to feel like they're getting the best bang for their buck. I want them to know that they're getting quality made food with quality ingredients. That they're not gonna like feel like, ew, that was processed. I shouldn't have eaten that. Like, I don't want people walking away with that feeling. I want them to know that it wasn't like the worst decision they were gonna make. I'm not gonna claim like the hangover skillet every weekend's a good idea. I'm not gonna claim that to be a good idea. It's called a hangover skillet. It's good for a hangover. But like the huevos one that we do, it's corn tortillas, fresh made pico de gallo, fresh made guacamole, house made sausage, 2 eggs over easy. It's not that's a good breakfast. That's not a bad decision. And we can do that with egg whites for anybody that doesn't eat yolks. So, and we can do it with our vegan sausage, vegan house-made sausage, and like our tofu spicy sweet potato mix. So you can make that vegan if you want. I have always wanted to appeal for anybody that has dietary restrictions, whether it's your politics or whether it's the fact that you're, the 5-year-old kid that was born with some pretty severe allergies. I want to make sure that everybody can eat and be comfortable. I like the idea that a group of 4 can come in here and some can be vegan, some can be meat-free, and some can just want as much meat as they can possibly have. And everybody gets exactly what they want. Nobody's compromising. There's a lot of places around that, it's like, let's go here because so-and-so's vegan and they can eat there. But everybody else compromises in the group. Or like the vegan goes to a place and they're like, I can't eat anything. But all right, I'll have like, you can have potatoes. Like, I don't like that. Like, I do it because I want everybody to feel comfortable here. Yes. Yeah. Personally, I've always been into it.
When did that begin?
I think for my first birthday, my grandparents got me a play kitchen set. So, kind of always. Something I've always done. Yeah. Always been interested in. But my background, like, I'm a landscape architect. So, I have a degree in landscape architecture with a master's in arts management. My undergrad is from the Ohio State University. I'm one of those crazy people. And I have my master's from Columbia College, Chicago. And the master's is more like the business degree for the creative types. And so it served me very well. This is a very good business for creative people. So my master's has served me very well here. when my dad died, and I had that energy I had to put somewhere. He loved cookies. He loved cookies. He didn't like to eat much. He was kind of sick. He had heart disease, and so he didn't eat much, but he really enjoyed a good cookie. And so I wanted to just make cookies because people said I baked really good cookies. So I started making cookies. And I started it on, like I said, what would have been his 59th birthday. So I started with bakery because I just wanted to make cookies. And it kind of grew from there.